And welcome to the 1% Club. We're glad you're here. Look at this. I'm hitting on the button. You guys always wonder sometimes. Brian Moses, what's going on? It is always good to see you, man. Talking to Chad Goldwasser yesterday, man. OG, man. It's great to see everybody. I love it. Matt Stewart's in the house. Love it. Matt, unmute yourself, Matt. Tell everyone what you're about to do. Matt's about to go on a little vacation for like 3 days. Matt, tell them where you're going for 3 days coming up. Okay, it might be a little longer than 3 days, but make them jealous.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the Beta Alpha Influencer Scottsdale. Then we're gonna go. Oop, did I freeze? Can you hear me? Okay.
You can
And
hear
then
you.
from there, 5 days in Scottsdale, 5 days in Orlando, then 6 days in Barcelona to do the build event that you put on international. Then we're gonna get on a cruise on the 22nd of September and do a one-way cruise with a bunch of stops across the Mediterranean over to Rome. Then we're going to do 12 days in Rome. Then, and I'm renting a car and driving up through Siena and Lucca and Florence and Venice. And then we get on a plane and do 6 days in Istanbul, Turkey. Then we fly back to Miami for EXPCon. Then we're going to stay about 4 or 5 days and play golf at Doral. And then I think we're going to go to Puerto Rico at that point
Come
and
on out, man. Come
mastermind
on out.
out there. And then we'll fly back to Florida with some dear friends of ours that we recruited to EXP, and now they're just dear friends, travel buddies. So we're gonna rent a car and go down the Florida Keys for 3, 4, 5 days, and then we fly to St. Louis to do a business planning workshop middle of November, and then a week in Branson, Missouri, to take my wife to the Christmas lights in Branson and Silver Dollar City or something. And then we fly home for Thanksgiving week. And then the day after Thanksgiving, go to Lake Tahoe and bring our laptops and do our Black Friday shopping and get it delivered to our house, which our neighbor brings them inside for us. And we'll probably be home the beginning of December.
Well, isn't that sweet? So here I brought something for all of you, and it's called the throw up bucket because some of you are like, "Oh, are you serious? He gets to have all that fun." Yeah, because guess what? He sponsored a bunch of agents, he's got a big group, and he has choices. And so if you want to, it's up to you. You're going to work hard either way. You're going to grind either way. Some of you just won't let go that you're going to icon again this year. I mean, if you do it naturally, great. But I'd rather see you sponsor 4 or 5 new agents. It only takes one to get the vision and take off. And we've been signing up some agents that are just so excited. I get this guy up in New York State. He's so excited. He's got EXP insomnia. He's dreaming about RevShare. Man, I would rather have that than a guy who sells 300 homes a year all day, every day. So congratulations, Matthew Stewart. You deserve it. And I had him share that. Matthew, did we plan that? That I would have you share that?
No,
Oh, how long is this? Is that 2 weeks? How long are you gone for?
it'll be just shy of 90 days.
I'm just around the world in 90 days. Wouldn't you love to do it? And so his revenue share organization is not that big as far as thousands of people. You got over 150 people, something like that?
Yeah, just shy of 200. Yeah.
Yep. And you know what they have? They have low bills. And so when your cars are paid for and you have low overhead and about the only thing you probably have is a house payment, is that probably the only debt you carry. Is that about right, Matthew?
Yeah. And I was working hard to rent out our house while we were gone.
He's smart, and then you get that covered. You could do Zooms anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You could have time and money. And so this can be done easily. And so let's get started with today's stuff. But I just, I knew he was doing quite a bit of travel. I thought you guys would like it. Give him some love in the chat. You guys put down open the chat. Go, way to go, Matthew. I love it, and all that good stuff. Or give him some thumbs up. Thank you, Craig. I know one person sent a few hearts,
Or
like,
the
yeah,
puke bucket.
yeah. But everyone find the piles of poop and hit poop emojis.
Right.
Hey, it's okay. You can be motivated and joyful for me. You can be angry. Either way, I really don't care. Personally, I respond better to anger. I get inspired by good things, but I found that change comes from me when Papa's had enough. And so when you've had enough, it's game over. The garage is getting cleaned, your car's getting cleaned, the yard's getting mowed, stuff's gonna happen. Get out of my way. I'm a dangerous man with a weed eater. And so, and then when you're done, you feel good. And the business is the same way. So today I'm going to do a leadership talk. And so the first thing I want you to write down, and hopefully you have a pen, Kevin Ma and Jared Davis. And Nadeem is here from the UK late at night. I love Nadeem. He's always on late at night. He's in the witness protection program. It's so late. You come up, you're a silhouette. It's hilarious. I love Nadeem. I love you. Everyone say a prayer for him. His sponsor is me. And so I'm in the California, the Deem's in the UK, but I'm gonna be here for him, okay? Because you guys are gonna pray for him, and I'm gonna help him. Okay. So number one, write this down. Input equals output. Input equals output. So what do you put in there? What podcast did you listen to this morning? How did you start your day? What YouTube did you watch? I don't have time for that. Yes, you do. You can watch all kinds of different, like who do you vibe with? Who inspires you? What inspirational music did you listen to? So input equals your output. GIGO, garbage in, garbage out, but good stuff in, good stuff out, right? And so they say this is like a computer. And write this down. You ready? It's number 10, but I'm gonna move it up to number 2. The second thing I have you, and it's number 10, we're just gonna bring it up to 2, is your best thinking got you here. And here may be a great place for some of you. Look at Matthew. His best thinking got him there. But if you're like, I'm pumped, I'm excited, stick with it. You're on track. But if you're like, I'm less than excited about where I am, then you need to get some new thinking. How do you get some new thinking? You get in a success pod. You join a group of people who are going somewhere. You listen to podcasts while you're going for a walk. You watch YouTube by Pace Morby at night by Gary Brecka. You go to ChatGPT and study the living daylights out of scaling, out of simple to go to ChatGPT. Help me write a chapter as if I'm writing a book on simple scales, fancy fails. Like what are 5-year thoughts around that, ChatGPT? And then it'll start interacting with you, and it says, would you like me to go deeper? I'm like, as a matter of fact, I would. And then start interacting, and it's going to give me the 3 best books on scaling in the world. Done. You know, give me that, like, yeah, that's not my problem is the scaling. I don't have anything. I have nothing to scale. Okay. So you have a dream problem. Like your fear is so big and your dream is this. Like, no, my dream's here, but your fear's here. There's something's going on there that's making you not prospect. So go to Chat GPT, like, what is the one thing that keeps people from prospecting? Like, why don't they do it? Why am I not doing it? Why I'm 25 years old, I'm 17 years old, I'm 87 years old, I'm a 59-year-old man, you know, I'm married 35 years and I won't prospect. Like, what do you think, GPT, is my problem? What do you, and then it'll tell you you're lazy, or it'll go through and go, well, explain this to me. And what's the best way? What would you recommend if I were to overcome my fear? Like, what are like 3 practical tips you have for me to overcome my fear of the 10,000-pound phone, or making a list of names, or blah, blah, blah? Like, interact with it. It's called AI, artificial intelligence. And one computer learns something, they all learn it globally. And so it'll give you the very best the world has to offer you at your fingertips, and you don't even have it downloaded on your phone. See, on my front page, because we all have apps on our phones. So on my front page of my phone is ChatGPT, and then the one Tony Robbins uses called Perplexity, which is a deeper thinking. Sometimes ChatGPT will usually give you an answer within 5 seconds, maybe 10, maybe 30. You could even ask it to think deeper. But Perplexity, it could sometimes be, that's the one Tony Robbins uses right there. So I took action. I downloaded the app. I'm working with it, but it'll take 10 or 15 minutes and really go deeper. It's a deeper form of Chat GPT. Again, if you didn't write it down, number two was your best thinking got you here. If you're excited about where you're at. And then, 10x is easier than 2x. Like you take Jared Davis, he has, almost 300 doors, or maybe he broke the 300 mark. And Jared, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Are you over 300 doors or under 300 doors? You're one of the two.
I'm over.
I'm over. I love it. Okay, the next question is, how do I get to 3,000? Right, and because if he's trying to go to 600, which is 2x, right? Or 10x. And he's like, the questions you ask yourself to get to 600 are one set of questions. The questions you ask yourself to get to 3,000 is a whole different set of questions. And actually, they're the right questions to ask. The reason you sell 2 homes every month or 1 home every month is you're trying to go from 12 homes a year to 24. What you should be doing is go from 12 homes a year to 100. And then, and Brian Moses is nodding his head. I'm watching him. He is an elite senior trainer for Tony Robbins. Like I'd say, Brian, will you coach me? Brian, will you help me? I reach out to people and have them coach me. I hire coaches all the time. Do you know that Steph Curry has a mindset coach? Steph Curry. He's also got a shooting coach. He's the best three-point shooter in the league now. Some people might debate that. They think I am. It's debatable. But the point is he has a nutritional coach. He has a cardio coach. He's got all these different coaches. Tiger Woods had a swing coach. He had a putting coach. He had a mindset coach. They call him sports psychologist. My sports psychologist is, I'm gonna say it without shame, Matthew Stewart. Matthew Stewart there, who's going on a 90-day trip. He was the golf coach of William Jessup. It's a Christian college, and he's really smart. And then when I'm going up against Gene Frederick or Randy Bird, both of which I hate with a passion on the golf course, they are mortal enemies, all friendships out the window. Is he serious? Oh, I'm serious. And it's like we're not, that's just a friendly round of golf. No, it isn't. I'm gonna crush them. It's like I'm kidding. Say, I even got my little golf pen right here, my little thing. But I'll call it. I'm kidding, but I'm not. Like we joke about it. All this friendship stuff is out the window. We're here to destroy each other. It's so much fun. I don't like people who don't care about golf. Like, oh, it's not important to me. My pastor, who I love, he's like, hey, my wife, ain't my life. I'm just having fun. Oh, I hit it out of bounds. Me, I'm like, hey, the pond. I mean, every putt, every shot, every chip, it means something. And Gene feels the same way. And Randy Bird feels the same way, and so does Matthew. And so we're like, some of you are so into hunting, some of you are so into fishing, and I think it's great. What are you passionate about? But here's the deal: do you have coaches? So Matthew, I go, okay, Matthew, I'm so stressed. Like Randy keeps makes some putts. Gene, he'll chip within the grip from 80 yards out, 60 yards out, 40 yards. It's aggravating. And always within the grip. Wherever he is, he puts the ball right by. He's the best chipper we know. And it's making my body tight. I can't relax. I'm like, I'm hyper, like, really? Is that, yes, I'm really into it. So Matthew gave me this advice. He goes, here's the deal. When they don't chip it in the hole or super close, be shocked. I can't believe that. When they don't make a 40-foot curling putt downhill and just drain it, go, wow, I can't believe he missed. He's totally gonna make this. And when he makes it, he's like, oh, I knew it. And it also my heart rate dropped. All of a sudden I started playing much better. Your mindset, and Brian's smiling, when you like, I'm going to get this listing. They're going to do this. It's your mindset, and so you got to have the right mindset tools. And so Matthew is my sports psychologist, and he taught me, and it calmed me down the golf course. And I almost beat Randy Bird last Sunday after Salem Build. I wish I could stand here to tell you I beat him. I was one under on number 8. Some of the pros are two or three over. I was one under. I had a heck of a round. He happened to just play so good. He did catch me on 17 and then just it was over on 18. It is what it is. I got a bad break on 17. I'm not bitter. I'm getting better. What I share this with you, mindset is so important. Coaching. Brian and I didn't plan this, but Brian, if you'd unmute yourself, Brian Moses, senior trainer for Tony Robbins. Brian, how important is coaching in people's lives, whether it's for listings, for buyers, for building a team, for agent attraction? Like, get a coach. How important? Just, I have no idea what you're going to say, but I know
My
the
father taught me, Brent, a long time ago. It's what you learn after you think you know everything that makes the difference.
wow, wow,
And
profound.
it stuck. And I was just last week at Business Mastery with Tony Robbins, got a notebook full of notes. I've been to 20 Business Masteries as a trainer for Tony. I do not quit. I'm always growing. You're either growing or you're dying. I don't want to freaking die. So I'm growing. I have a coach. You have coaches.
So,
I
Brian,
coach.
it's like this or it's like this, your choice,
Your
right?
choice. Yep. Yeah, and I don't know, for me, when we were at Build on at Sea, and I was privileged to be in your room after you just came from the Zenith event with Tony and you dumped. I mean, we weren't expecting that, but I went back to my room and wrote down everything I could remember from that little talk that you did in your suite. It's the distinctions that make a difference. And there's always another level. At Business Mastery last week, Tony says there's always a way. So, whatever you want in your life, there's always a way. Do you want it bad enough? Do you have a story that supports you, or do you have a story that holds you back or limits you and says you can't, you don't deserve it, you don't have the education? Or do you have the story where, hey, I'm resourceful and I'm going to find a way? So, yeah, this wasn't planned, but I'm on this call with Brent because I had the opportunity to get on here and take one nugget, and I've already got a half a page of notes. So I'm grateful for you, Brent. I love you. This is
Same here.
incredible, incredible.
In 1999, when I first met Brian, he's like just leading 2,000 of us in a room and almost like in awe of him. And we help each other, but you inspire me. You're one of my heroes. I look up to you. I just want to publicly acknowledge you.
Oh,
Thank you for who you are. And Matthew Stewart, you too, is my sports psychologist. You've helped me lose, but closer, not get blown out. Because right now, Gene and Randy are kicking my butt. Okay, I'll get off the golf thing. But I just want to give you a shout out. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna move on. Number two, number three, invest in yourself. Everybody wants the external goodies, but it all starts with the internal work. Who doesn't want a nice house, a nice car to do what Matthew's doing for the next 90 days, go to all those full, cool, wonderful places? But Matthew read a few books. Look behind him, right? Matthew, you're still muted, buddy. It's okay. But Matthew has been to a few events. He's mastered Dave Ramsey. He understands why it was important to get debt free. He has no debt but a mortgage payment, and they got that thing down to this. And what's Matthew get to do? Because he mastered finances, it's not that he makes millions and millions of dollars a year. It's that he has no debt, and he carries one piece of debt, his mortgage. And I'm sure when interest rates dropped down, he got a good interest rate on top of that. Do you remember what your interest rate is off the top of your head?
Yeah, I think we're 2.75.
At crummy 2.75% interest rate.
15 year.
Yeah, I don't know, 15 would be bad, but see, there you go. But it just won't, your best thinking got you here. So either growing or you're sliding. There is no neutral. Nah, I'm not sliding. No, you're sliding down the mountain or you're going up the mountain. There is no neutral. And I know yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Number four, go pro. Go pro. You got Brian Crothers building an empire. You got so many people. You have a choice. You could be average and you get paid like an average person. Treat this like a hobby. Hobbies cost you money. Or you can go pro. Amateur versus pro. And it's just time to go pro, man. Go, I'm stepping up. Number, I think number 5, relentlessness, follow up. I had an agent call me, and she was upset with corporate. She couldn't get somebody to call her back. She says, I shouldn't have to beg corporate to call me back. I go, yeah, yeah. I disagree totally. I've always chased Remax. I always chased Keller Williams. This entitlement. Well, I shouldn't have to. I go, you know what? Go to Coldwell Banker. Go to Century 21. Go to Berkshire Hathaway. I'm sure they'll call you back quickly because there's not much happening. They're not that busy, and they probably will call you back quick and give you high level service. But companies that are growing, that's called growing pains. You can sit there and complain, or you could be a victim, or you could go your story like, I shouldn't have to do this. Yes, you should. Don't shit all over yourself. But yes, I mean, you shouldn't have to do. I flat called her out. I said, that story's not serving you. In fact, I'll jump ahead to, I wrote it down here somewhere. And the question I wrote is your story serving you? And Brian talked about it. I don't know what number it is, it doesn't matter. Is your story serving you? Like, really think about how do you tell yourself, well, I joined real estate, but my state broker quit, and my sponsor at EXP, they're not really helping me. And oh, so you're making excuses why you're not successful. What's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Like, come on, you guys. Like, that story's not like I don't ever want to hear that out of your mouth again. Just say, man, yesterday I called 10 people. Today I'm calling 20. Like, baby, I'm getting momentum in my life. So I think that's really important. But relentlessness, I go, you're not relentless. You are not assertive enough, is what I told her. You need to be assertive. And I said, for example, the person you're trying to reach, I will copy and paste my text every hour on the hour till I get an answer today. Well, that's kind of obnoxious. I go, that's your story. Me, I want them. I'll put general reminder number 1, general reminder number 2, loving reminder number 3, number 4. I know you're super busy, but please don't have to mow your lawn, bring you a latte. You say that? Yes. But guess what? I've been doing that stuff for 40 years. And you can do it fun. There's a disgusting, gross way to do it. I'm not saying to do that, but you got to say, well, it just cracks me up. Well, Brent, I texted you, you didn't respond. This happened to me like 2 months ago. 2 months ago was June. When did you text me? They go, last October. But sure enough, I looked them up, it was last October. They hadn't reached out to me since, but they've been grinding their gears that I didn't respond to them since last October. And you know what got them to finally reach back out to me? They were talking to, I think it was Jared Davis or someone like that. They go, Brent would never do that to you. He probably just missed your text. Reach out to him again. They did. I saw it. I go, yeah, sure. Obviously, I missed your text. Well, I had a financial advisor today at lunch just call me out. He's like, you spend $40,000 a month investing in a product that I offered you 8 years ago. I wasn't interested 8 years ago. I wasn't convinced 8 years ago. I got convinced 3 years ago, and I've been spending $40,000 a month. He goes, no, you think I'm not intelligent. No, I think you're very intelligent. And I could tell he was mad. He was actually angry at me. And I'm sitting across the table from him. This just happened like an hour and a half ago. And he was angry. I could see it in his eyes. He goes, you spend $40,000 a month with a stranger. How long have we known each other? I go, whoa, time out. You're calling me out. He goes, yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm upset. And I said, okay, fair enough. I said, well, truth be told, you didn't call me every month for 4 years. He did. He goes, well, I was being respectful. I go, yeah. Well, I'm going to call BS on that. Your BS story cost you $40,000 a month investment every single month. I'm sure he makes a big commission. Probably loves it. Now I'm being a little mean to him. I go, you could be angry with me. I'm the consumer. My guy earned it. You didn't. He goes, no, I was showing respect. I go, you're not assertive enough. I never would have done it. I show love. You know, I show love. I freaking call you and call you and call you because I'm knowing that you didn't show me love. You showed me your BS excuse. I go, you know what? I'm calling BS on you. And I might have actually said the actual letters. I go, you got thick skin, I call thick skin. So I'm going to stand up to you and say, your assertiveness is another way of saying I'm afraid. I go, this guy, the stranger, we vetted. You didn't even vet him. You don't even know what you buy. I go, oh, we vetted him. CPAs, multiple CPAs, multiple different things, and we made the decision to buy. He goes, but it was the same product. I go, I wasn't interested when you were offering it, and you were not relentless in your follow up. And there is a improper way to do it. Or this guy did it all right, and guess who made a sale? He's been getting $40,000 a month put into his investment, and the guy did. And he goes, okay, I'll think about it. I go, hey, it's up to you. But he's, well, I don't know if I should show you what I'm doing. I go, then don't. And he tried to, take it away from me. I go, whatever you want, man. I go, I'm here. I'll listen if you want me to listen. And personally, I like this strategy. It's got a really interesting strategy to donate $1 million a year and this thing and be like, it was interesting what he laid out. I'm actually interested. I go, but don't hide behind your respect, or I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that gal that loving guy who cares enough to push through what's uncomfortable. And there's a boundary to call, but I was showing you respect, BS on that. And so he got a little intense with me. I went right back at him. It's called Honest Discussions. What's the book? Keller Williams was doing that for a while. Anybody know the name? They were calling that. There's a book. It's called Having like intense discussions with people about the truth, like being willing to do it out of love. I forget. But anyways, okay, we're gonna keep moving. But um Oh, there was number six, and I forget my numbers, and I apologize. I bounced around, but what's your story? Is it serving you? Here's mine. When I wanted to be a great listing agent, I wasn't. I'm a great listing agent. People call me every day. I figured out how to get listing leads. I have a great podcast. I didn't have one. People love my YouTube channel. I didn't have one. I write great books. I've written a couple books. But like this is my story. I say it again and again and again. I'm on the treadmill this morning for an hour. The fat's falling off my body. I look great. The fat's falling off my body. I look great. The fat's falling off my body. I look great. I'm excited. I feel great. I'm brainwashing myself with the future. Are you? Or are you like, God, I'm so fat. I'm tired. I feel sluggish. What are you saying to yourself? No one wants to be sponsored by me. It's hard. Listen to me, write this one down. It's not even in the notes. It's a freebie. It's hard until it isn't. In fact, the harder you go, the easier it gets. If you go easy, this will be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. But once you push through, it gets easy. Like Jared's not freaked out about buying multifamily. Some of you scared to death about buying a duplex. Jared, do you remember buying your first duplex? You might have been a little nervous, possibly.
It was actually an 8 unit was my first rental that I bought, and I
Were you
was
nervous?
a
A little
little,
bit?
yeah, a little bit.
Little? Are you as nervous now about buying an eightplex if the numbers make sense, or is it just math?
That's funny because you say that, and now I throw stuff in on like 8 plexes and 20 plexes. Like it, I don't even think about it. It's kind of like, what is it? Like 900,000? Like we could probably raise that in an hour or two. Like no worries, I don't even think about a 8 plex at this point.
So I don't know if you just got what he said. You're like, well, I can't buy a eightplex for 900,000. He said I could raise that in an hour or two. It's called OPM, not opium, but OPM, other people's money. It's like opium, and you bring in partners, and you're the gentlest ways to do this, but you didn't study it. I have some books that will change your math. This is right here, Pace Morby, Wealth Without Cash, wealth without cash. But you haven't read the book. What did I start off with? Input equals output. Input equals output. What are you reading? See, I'm reading this stuff. I've read this book, Fanatical Prospecting by Jim Blount. It'll help you a lot. I read this book, The Go Getter, right? The Go Giver, excuse me. I call it the Gove Giver. But Bob Berg and John David Mann. But this is, in fact, I honestly I didn't know who wrote it, but I love the book. It's tiny. It's just a quick little tiny read. It'll inspire you. I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad. A lot of you haven't read this. This book, my 18-year-old read it. His buddies read it. All of them are homeowners now because they got inspired. Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then if you go to the next level, you read this book, you don't even need the cash. You don't even need a bank. No bank, no appraisal, no problem. No bank, no appraisal, no problem. What do you mean? Watch Pace Morby on YouTube. I mean, literally, the road to El Dorado's are, oh, I don't have time. It's like, what? If you haven't read The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino, I literally feel sorry for you. Boop. It's 2 nights. 2 nights. Like, aside from the Holy Bible, this book changed my life. I read it at 19. Look at my hand. Look at the book. Tiny little book. B. Gove's hand. It's like a snack. This book is beyond powerful. What to do when all hell breaks loose in your life tells you. What to do when people steal from you, it tells you. What to do when your plan goes amiss. I love I'm not a fan necessarily of Mike Tyson, right? A lot of people are, and there's certain things you can respect, but he said everyone has a plan till they get punched in the nose. This book talks about what you do when you got punched in the nose, how you overcome adversity, but you haven't read the book. And I've given out, Rob, how many books have I given out The Greatest Salesman Never Lived? I hand them out like, yeah, like candy. He said, I've given out 400 or 500. He wasn't there at Remax when I handed them out. He wasn't there at Keller Williams when I handed out. I don't hand out candy. I hand out, this is candy for your brain, right? This book, so good. Have you read The Richest Man in Babylon? I don't really love the title. It seems freaky to me, but the book has got some really great financial principles. And I bet you Matthew Stewart's read it. Or Matthew, have you read The Richest Man in Babylon? Great book on
Yep.
acquiring wealth and getting out of debt. Any thoughts on the book, Matthew, or were you inspired by it? Or
I think the biggest thing that most people don't do is they don't pay themselves first. They're so worried about paying their bills first and they pay themselves last.
and I think the reason
It's hard to build wealth that way.
I don't have enough money to pay myself first. Oh, so you're broke? Yeah, I'm broke. Well, if 100% of what you earn isn't enough to pay your bills, you might as well just be broke at 90%. Like if you're 100% ain't getting the job done, then just pay yourself first and go, I got 90. And all of a sudden this out of nowhere, it just goes. And then when an opportunity comes, you could take advantage of it. Because of the John Maxwell quote I heard 4 months ago that keeps me up at night. When opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare.
Hmm.
And of course, I've always heard, I've never heard it stay like that. You've heard me say it, when opportunity and preparedness meet, that's when success happens. That's what I've heard for 40 years. When you're prepared and the opportunity comes, which is why you save 10%, you want to be ready to take advantage. Oh, God, dude, I don't have money. AXR, it was 17 cents a share 2 years ago. Now it's $3 a share. Well, you could have bought a little bit and just put it, but you didn't have any money. You probably even thought about it a few years ago. You probably had someone, my CPA was offered Bitcoin at like 25 cents a coin back in 2009. His son, who's young and got it, begged him to buy it. He laughed at his son's face. He goes, I'm not spending one penny on Bitcoin. Just start, 10x is easier than 2x. I mean, my bullet books, I now run my whole company to profit first, right? You guys all know I'm just devouring this book. And so I want to say that we're on the home stretch here. Number 7, it gets down to this. Like, here's why you're stuck. And I'm going to draw it out for you. Have you taken the time to write down your dreams? Of what? Being out of debt? maybe for you, just 50,000 in the bank would be great. Maybe it's 100, maybe it's 100, maybe it's 1 million. Maybe it's just 10,000 in the bank. Like, what are your dreams? Maybe it's helping your mom and dad retire, or sister, or taking care of a brother, or helping a charitable thing, or maybe it's putting in a pool because your back hurts, you'd like to swim, or you'd like to do a 90-day trip like Matthew Stewart described us to be like, I don't know what your dreams are. I know mine are my faith and my family and my fitness and my fun. So I have pictures of guys on the beach with their families that are fit. So I get to travel, I get to look fit, and I see it a visual. Have you taken your time to map out your dreams with pictures? And most people, they never did that. Like you hear, but you don't do it. You have to take action. If you go in my vault back here, I have a special room called the vault. There it is. There is exactly what I have. Matthew's seen mine. And there's pictures of golf because I love golf. Maybe you're a hunter. Put pictures of Alaska, pictures of New Zealand, lots of South Africa. People go big game hunting. Maybe that's your thing. It's not mine. But what's your deal? And then, but here's the deal. Remember, I showed you dreams. Here's the problem. Fear. The fear one is way bigger than the dream one, right? Look at the size difference. And when the dream one gets bigger than the fear side, you'll overcome your fear. False evidence appearing real. Well, I live in a small town. People are gonna think I'm weird. People are gonna think just one of those EXP recruiters. I don't want to be thought of as that guy. You're thinking about what people think of you is more important than you rescuing people. So I think I'm rescuing people. I think when I follow up with a seller again and again and again, and I call from Brian, let me use your phone. I call from Brian's phone. They're not expecting to see Brian's number, and they answer because it's not me again. I'm like, Craig, how are you? And he's like, dang, he got me. You know what I mean? But I'm not, I'm like, I know I'm the right guy for the seller. They just don't know that. I know that I will bleed for them. They just don't know that. I know I'm going to do that. I know I give up my entire commission and plus some if the things went south. They don't know that. And so I'll grab another friend's phone. I call from 2 or 3 different phones in 3 minutes. I call them. I'm with someone at 5 o'clock. I call at 5, 5:01, 5:02, 5:03, 3 different phones. You guys like block your number and call from your number, text, hey, you got a quick second? I found this amazing property. It's perfect. Make sure you found the property first. Well, that's kind of obnoxious. I don't think so. I think it's smart. I think it's being scrappy. So also I put progress before perfection is one of the great leadership tools I can tell you. Just start today, where I'm coming up with a beautiful piece of graphic thing. It's called Plug In for Sales. And there's something happening Monday at my office, live in person. Tuesday, is going to be on Zoom. Wednesday, Atomic Habits with Tom Daves, just the #1 Keller Williams agent 7 times worldwide. And you'll be able to plug into that on Zoom. Thursday at my office, at my sales meeting, which is right there. There's like at least 40 people at the conference table, another 20, probably 60 people come every week. And then people are watching on Zoom like crazy. Then I get seen another 600 to 1,000 times online, but we're talking about interest rates. We're talking about mortgage rates. We're talking about how to get buyers to buy, sellers to seller, marketing, photography, staging. How do you solve problems if from the home inspection? How do you prepare the buyer to go through the buying process? How do you set the expectations of a seller? How do you communicate with the seller? The #1 complaint of sellers, I don't hear from my agent. How do you systematically call your seller before they call you? But if you don't go, you don't go. And so that's every Thursday from 10 to 11. And every Friday from, I think, 9 to 9:45, we have the Bold Trail taught by Alex Dyer, who's top 12 in America. Out of my office, live in person, it'll be Zoom, but we have 5 different meetings every day. Go to none of them, go to all of them. And it doesn't even include the 1% Club, which is what this is. Mastering Sales with Rural Workmen. That's going to be on there at 2:10 Pacific, 5:10 Eastern on Tuesdays. There's something for somebody every single day. We hope to finish this afternoon. You'll all get a digital copy next week and you can use it. So people can plug in Northern California locally 3 times a week, but there's a Zoom every single day for 20 to 30 minutes to an hour every day. Plug into none of it, plug into some of it, plug into all of it. You get 24 hours in a day. And guess what? If you skip class, you drop out of college and go get a job working in the lumber yard, driving a forklift. But if you plug in and it just chips away, you get a little shot in the arm every day. People are like, well, is motivation permanent? No, but neither is taking a shower. And so I would put it, my daughter was kind of complaining to me, I'm just not picking it up like I should. She's new to real estate. I said, well, do you go to Rural Workman every Tuesday at 2:10 Pacific? She's like, oh, I didn't really know about that. You'd know about it. We've talked to you about it till we're blue in the face. You don't pay attention. You go to Atomic Habits every Wednesday. She says, I didn't know about that. And okay, probably not much there. Do you go to the sales meeting every Thursday? When I can. I go, when I can. You want to make it like never miss. Don't show property you're going to go every single week. Go from amateur to pro. Go from interested to freaking desperate. You got to want it. Friday, go to the Bold Trails. It's using KV Core and developing your database. Top 12 guy in the nation by the Bold Trail, Alex Starr, out of my office. We're going to Zoom it to everybody so that people can only attend in Northern California. They can attend throughout the US and Canada and even in the UK, Nadim. And so now and a lot of those are in the morning. This is late at day. So it's like midnight for Nadim out in the UK, but he's here because he's got a dream. He's not lazy. He's willing to do something about it. But progress before perfection. But remember this, your best thinking has gotten you where you are. So keep it upgrading your thinking. Read the books. Like, which of these books haven't you read? Put them in. Which of the podcasts? What have you not read? Get it. Pace Morby, Robert Kiyosaki, Pace More, Wealth Without Cash. Like, well, I do it. Your best thinking got you here. You're gonna have to get new input. Input equals your output.